Do you genuinely want to be healed, or do you want to be healed because it's what sounds good? God, I want to stop feeling this pain. I want to stop believing this lie. I want to stop operating out of defeat. I want this all to go away. God is a God that frees people, absolutely. The thing about being freed is that you can be freed and still not be free. There's a story in John 5 about this man who had been laying by this fountain of healing for 38 years. Another version says he had been laying there next to the fountain, invalid, for 38 years. Who am I speaking to right now that feels invalid? That everything that they experience meant nothing? That everything that they're facing right now feels like no one sees them, no one understands them, that they're not even chosen, you're just here. Let me speak to you for a second. Jesus looks at the man in the next verse. It says, when Jesus saw him lying there, number one, Jesus sees you in the midst of your condition. Jesus sees you in the midst of your ache, regardless of how bad and how deep that hurt feels. 38 years this man was laying there, waiting for healing, trying to get there. Jesus saw him. It says he knew that he had been in that condition a long time. God knows what you've been dealing with. He knows how long you've been where you're at. Jesus then asks him, do you want to be healed? In the next verse, hear me when I say, he starts to explain his story. Some point or another, you have to realize God already understands your entire story. You don't have to sit and continue to repeat ache after ache, hurt after hurt, scar after scar. Jesus already knows. But what Jesus is asking this man, just like Jesus is asking you, is are you ready to be healed? Are you ready to step out of the mindset that says, I've been living in defeat, nobody helps me, nobody cares for me, nobody sees me, I'm the victim in every room that I walk in? Are you ready to walk away from that mindset and into healing and into the true identity that God has for you? Because when God is asking if you're ready to be healed or not, what he's actually asking is, if I free you, are you going to walk around like you've been freed? If I free you, are you ready to walk around like you are freed? Yeah, you're gonna let me take you out of Israel, but are you gonna submit to the point where I can take Israel out of you? My question for you today is, are you ready to be healed? Are you genuinely ready to put away the victim mindset that says, no one ever saw me? Because you can step into the true mindset that says, just like Jesus saw that man and knew that he was suffering, Jesus saw me too. Jesus saw me when nobody else did. He was there in the time. It's admitting that God is the God that he says he is, that he's always been, and that he will always be. It's putting your pride aside, being able to look at the pain that you've experienced to say, you know what? I wasn't alone. And where I have been crying for 38 years, saying nobody's here to help me, that wasn't the truth. Jesus has been with me all along. And you know what? I am ready to be healed. I'm ready to say, God, I trust you. God, I may not understand, but if you're this God that you say you are, I'm willing to take the chance and get up. Rise, take up your bed, and walk.